नमस्ते सबैजनालाई जो फेसबुक, युट्युब, इन्स्टाग्राम हेरेर बसिराख्नु भएको छ। आज म फेरि हजुरहरू समक्ष एउटा विशेष छलफल लिएर आएको छु। तर आजको छलफल भनेको हाम्रो अङ्ग्रेजी भाषामै हुन्छ। विल बी टकिङ मोस्टली इन इङ्ग्लिस। यो आजको छलफल भनेको रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा हुँदै गरेको स्कुल लेभीको विषयमा हो। र स्कुल लेभी अहिले रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा आउँदैछ। पर्सि हाम्रो चुनाव हो. The next coming Tuesday will be voting. I think tomorrow also you can. I think there's no more voting until election day. That's a Tuesday is election day. So whenever you are coming, whenever you are getting ready to go to vote, please prepare what is school levy. So today we will be discussing about it. सो यसो भन्दै गर्दा स्कुल लेभी के हो कस्तो हो भन्ने कुरा तपाईँ कसैलाई जान्न मन लाग्दैछ भने तपाईँले कृपया आउनुहोला। हामी अङ्ग्रेजी भाषामै छलफल गर्छौँ गर्न चाहिँ, तर केही प्रश्न भए लेख्नुहोला, म नेपालीमा पनि त्यसको जवाब म गर्नेछु। तर रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा जो बस्नुहुन्छ हामीलाई स्कुल लेभीको बारेमा जान्नुपर्ने र स्कुल लेभीको के हो कसो भनेर बुझेर त्यसको मानेमा बुझेर हामीले भोट गर्नुपर्ने बहुतै आवश्यक परेको हुँदा सबैहरू समक्ष म यो आज भिडियो लाइभ लिएर आएको हो। र हेर्ने साथीहरूलाई सधैँ चाहिँ म भन्ने गर्छु तपाईँले यो भिडियोलाई सेयर गर्नुहोला, नभुलिकन सेयर गर्नुहोला, लाइक गर्नुहोला, तपाईँको कमेन्ट पनि लेख्नुहोला। सो प्लिज रिमेम्बर टु सेयर इट, लाइक इट एन्ड अल्सो follow me in a Facebook and a YouTube. With that said, and so right now we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So any of the channel, wherever you are there, please do watch and give your comment. So I'm inviting my guest here. All right. Hi, Ajaya.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Namaste, Aditi.
Namaste.
All right. So thank you both of you for coming and finding time. I was looking for a student to speak on the school levy for some time, and today I reached out to you, and both of you agreed to speak. So before we go into the topic, I want each one of you to introduce yourself. So any one of you can start telling who you are, what you do, and from that we'll continue going.
All right. So hello, my name is Isaiah Nairi. I am a graduate of Reynoldsburg City Schools. I graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I am a freshman at The Ohio State University, main campus. I am majoring in finance with a minor in political science. And I'm in Reynoldsburg. During my time in Reynoldsburg, I participated in to over 10 clubs. I was in the marching band. I swam for the school. I played tennis for the school. I'd like to say I had a big part in the community. Also, during my senior year, I actually got to work at City Hall. I interned with City Attorney Chris Shook from August of 2023 to May of 2024. And during my time there, I got to see an insight in municipalities and how not only does our city work, but also our school district. And I'm very excited today to be talking about the levy and sharing an insight on how people my age, around the ages 18, and new voters are planning to vote in this upcoming election.
Thank you, Ajay. And also, can you tell a little bit about your heritage? Where do you come from? Where are your parents? I think you're born here, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm a first generation immigrant. Both of my parents are Ethiopian refugees. They came to this country in 1990, both of them. They migrated to California, and once they met each other, they came to Ohio and started a family here. I've grown up very close to my Ethiopian community in the city of Columbus and the state of Ohio. We have a large presence here. I am a member of my church, and I go weekly, and my church is downtown Columbus, Ethiopian Selassie Church. And church and my traditions have been very close to me growing up throughout my entire life, and my parents have made sure that's something that I remember. That is also another reason why voting is something very important to me, considering there are some people who aren't able to vote, not just in America, but all across the world. But I'm sure we'll get more into that later.
Thank you. How many languages you speak?
I speak two languages. I speak English and I speak Tigrinya.
Tigrinya. Awesome. Thank you. Aditi, can you introduce yourself, who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so my name is Aditi Packrell, and I'm a current student at Reynoldsburg City Schools. I'm in my junior year, and I've been at Reynoldsburg since third grade, so I've been there for quite a while. I'm involved in a lot of clubs, including but not limited to Model UN, Mock Trial, Leo Club. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you tell how many languages do you speak?
Oh, I speak two languages, English and Nepali.
All right. Thank you, Aditi. So thank you both. So for coming again. And Ajaya, when you are in the city hall, I really admire how you are coming and presenting. So thank you. I mean that. That's what I've been thinking about meeting with you. So thank you for all the great work that you have done while you were interning in the city. We would like to see you come back and sometime work for city of
Thank you
Reynoldsburg.
so much. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
So now you brought that point a little bit. So I wanted to share with my audience that both of you are first generation. I mean, Aditi is an immigrant herself, but she can consider first generation immigrant in the United States. So you told me about that one as well. So there are many people who are citizen who can vote. There are many people who are adult, let's say like 18 and above, but they cannot vote. So can you tell me in your own perspectives, why should people vote?
In my eyes, voting has always been something from my parents brought down to me. They have taught me that is something, it is not only our civil duty, but it is our duty to vote so we can be the voices for those who do not have a voice. So not only does that mean those who aren't 18 who have opinions and can't vote, but also those who may be on the path to citizenship in this nation, but they still can't vote because they just haven't quite gotten that yet. And also those internationally in our family, and which our vote will be affecting them as well, considering U.S. foreign policy and other things like that. I believe if you don't vote, it's hard to have a say on things in this nation if you're not using your voice to vote, because that is the best way to put your politicians and your council members and your school board into power so they can be the voice for you. You're giving them the power because the power is in your hands. And I think it is a stigma among younger people, such as myself, that we don't vote. And if you look back at 2022, a poll done by Tufts University was that 23% of people between the ages of 18 and 2024 came out, and 18 and 24 came out to vote in the midterm election. And with what I've seen with my own eye in my university district at the Ohio State University and amongst my friends and myself, I have a feeling that this election will see a much higher turnout amongst the younger voter.
Thank you. Thank you. You gave me a very, very important point, especially younger people. I think when you came, let me give you my example of yourself only. When you came and spoke in a city hall about some legislation that you all are working together with Attorney Suk, I was so impressed because you are engaged, you are firm, you are speaking to the point. And now when I hear that 23%, only 23% of younger people coming out and vote, that is a little too much. Like they should be going up at least. I should be thinking that 50%. So I think that's so important for younger people to come out and vote, and including younger and everybody, but younger people, the percentage should go at least to 50% up. I mean, I would say 100, but I think but realistically at least 50%. So Aditi, in the past, you have spoken many times about why people should vote. Can you tell me why do you think people should come out and vote on election?
Yeah, so I'm 16 right now, so I can't vote yet. 2 years, trust. But basically, I think that you don't really have the right to complain about what's going on unless you go and vote. Because, like, if you complain, a lot of the things that I see online are people complaining about like what's happening with like not having walkable cities, kind of like things like that not happening in their communities, or like community kind of going away, and like not really liking what they're seeing from the government, while on the same vein also saying that they haven't voted, which I don't think is fair. Like if you want to have an opinion, if you want, like, you can have an opinion even if you don't vote, but if you want to like share that opinion, if you want to talk about it and like talk about making change, you can't do that without going out to vote. You have to like go out, you have to be like, I support this, I'm going to vote on this, and like you have to be informed kind of, so that like you have the right to like complain, and you have the right to be like, I want this to change. You don't have that right unless you kind of vote. And I think for like younger people like me who can't vote just yet, I think it's important for us to go to like our parents or our friends that are older, relatives that are older, and kind of have them go out, so that like even if our voices can't be heard through a vote, we can still make it so that like our opinions can kind of be seen through.
All right. Thank you, Aditi. So let's go to the next thing, which is the topic that we are here today. And also, I'm going to ask my audience, those who are watching this, please drop your question and comments. Whether if you're watching on a Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, please put your comments. So I'll be answering. I'll be asking those questions to my audience here. So my topic today is what do our students think about a school levy in Reynoldsburg? So that is my topic I put there. So Aditi, do you want to share here why do you think let me go back. What is levy in your point of view? What is levy? I mean, there are definition of levy, all those things you can put online and go and look into it. But can you define in your own word what do you think the levy is?
So basically, the levy that's currently going up on the ballot is an emergency levy, kind of. So like Reynoldsburg, we have a deficit right now, so we don't have enough money to kind of like we're spending more money than we have, and the levy is there to kind of raise property taxes to get money so that like we can run as a school effectively and keep all the services that we have. In my opinion, from what I understood from what I read.
Thank you. I think that's correct. Ajay, do you want to go and share your view? What is levy?
Yeah, no, DT pretty much covered it, but a school levy, not necessarily an emergency one, but is a property tax that is proposed by the school district and it will be put on the ballot for its citizens, us to vote on. And it is used to help the district fund operations and programs, and that goes from everyday operations, like bus costs, fuel, and things like that. And this, like the school district will need additional funding for things like also teacher salaries, but this levy to be more specific, it is not a way to finance the construction of new buildings or office space, which is a misconception some people may think that this levy is. It is also, it's not a way to spend above the current needs of the district, considering, like Aditi said, we are operating in a current deficit and we are dipping into our savings and we're spending necessarily money that we do not have. And it's also not a way to spend money on new projects outside of the current operating budget of Reynoldsburg.
All right. Thank you. So I think pretty much you are both of you are correct. The current school levy is just to keep whatever the programs that are happening right now at that level. We don't want to increase or decrease. So it is very important that we pass this levy so that we will keep on continuing whatever programs our school is providing to our students at this time. If this doesn't pass it, then that's a whole different thing. So in your view, why should Reynoldsburg pass this levy? Ajay, I want to go from you first.
Well, speaking as you know, even though I'm not currently a student at Reynoldsburg, the school, I'm an alumni, and the school still holds a special place in my heart. Considering, like I said, I participated in many clubs with the school, and if this levy isn't passed, unfortunately, many of those clubs and extracurricular activities that I participated in, also DT is currently active in, will not be able to be a thing. Some of these clubs, such as the Reynoldsburg Leo Club, an organization that raises money for children with pediatric cancer, wouldn't be able to have operating costs. Even though the school doesn't fund the club, there's other things that we host. Like the school gives us space after school to have meetings, and we are allowed to be there after school hours. That could be possibly a thing that isn't allowed anymore. And clubs like that and other things such as sports and extracurriculars may not occur anymore. And those are the reasons why many of us from Reynoldsburg get into some of the schools we do. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have gotten into the Ohio State University along with many friends I know. I have a friend who attends Yale, and if Reynoldsburg wasn't able to offer him the activities and the extracurriculars and the sports he participated in, who knows where he would be today. And I just don't want to see that for other generations of students at Reynoldsburg just because they were born in the wrong time.
Thank you. So Aditi, can you tell what are the programs in your? I mean, they're already there in the site. It was very important for you that this levy be passed. Otherwise, you're gonna lose.
So as somebody who's a junior this year and a senior next year, like being able to actively participate in the extracurriculars that are offered in Reynoldsburg right now is really important to me when it comes to like applying for colleges and stuff. Like Isaiah said, I'm like looking at some of those higher colleges like Yale, and like looking to go out of state and scholarships and all of that. Not being able to participate in the extracurriculars or having the extracurriculars not be there can really affect my application compared to other students who might go to a school that like offers like that will continuously offer these extracurriculars. um, and it's just like I love doing the extracurriculars. I'm really passionate about Leo Club, mock trial, model UN, global scholars, all those activities, and like not the potential of not being able to do them my senior year is like, it's kind of like I put so much work into them and they're being taken away because people couldn't be bothered to go out and vote. Like, how is that fair, you know?
All right. Thank you. So I think there are so many things that we will be losing. Jed, do you have a list of those things? What the schools most likely going to lose if this levies were not to be passed?
Yes, so I don't have the list currently with me, but off the top of my head from my memory, current things that the school does not have to provide by the law that would most likely we'd be losing are our counselors, our after school field trips, and even in school field trips, considering we wouldn't have the funding to pay for the busing, and many extracurriculars, if not all extracurriculars and sports in Reynoldsburg, in the city of Reynoldsburg.
Yeah. And then I think it was also assistant principals for the elementary schools, possibly transportation for high schoolers, and um, like social workers, elementary counselors, nurses' aides, and security officers as well. Those all could be gone if the levy doesn't pass.
Thank you. Thank you. These are and also many other things also there. So now let's go to the next one. Next point is, Ajay, you brought that a little bit in the beginning itself. So what do you want to tell to young people like you, and maybe for the people, old people like me, it doesn't matter. What do you want to primary focus, laser focus on young people? What do you want to tell them? Like what should they put in their head when they go and vote if they don't vote or who are citizens?
My message is to us young people. I know we are very opinionated and we have a lot of things that we like to say when we're talking with each other and our friends and amongst our own communities. But the most important thing is we have to get out and vote. Because at the end of the day, if all we do is talk, that isn't going to change anything. Once we make initiatives and take out each other, carpool, make plans with your friends, make a plan for this Tuesday at the latest election day to go vote. Look up your voter location. It will tell you your polling location. Mine is the Messiah Lutheran Church on Wagner Road. I know I have a plan. I'm going to vote with my parents that day. You know, I'm take into effect traffic and other things that may occur during that day. But you just have to get out and vote because voting is a quintessential part of our lives. And I'm not saying you have to get out and vote every election, just especially the big ones, whether that be for you, for me, it's the midterms and the presidential elections. I know I went out and voted for my first time in my county election back in February of this year, or late February, early March of this year. But yeah, so please, I urge you all to get out and vote. And not only do I urge you to get out and vote, we need to pass this levy so other students can become successful, like many students in the past that have come out of the city of Reynoldsburg.
Thank you, thank you. Like you're urging, so I'm also asking other people those who are watching, make sure you come out and vote. Like as you mentioned, that let our students successful, like in the past as well. So Aditi, what since you cannot vote right now, I have been asking you to tell other students, other friends, and also maybe inform to their parents about coming out and voting. So what do you want to say to your other friends?
Um, I'd say like go out and vote. It doesn't really cost you anything to go out and vote. You know, you get a cute little sticker at the end of it. Um, and like you're doing your civil duty. Like when you go out and vote, you get the right to go and be like, hey, I don't like the way this is running. How can we fix this? How can we make this better? How can I make you make it better? Like, you're literally my dad's boss because you voted him into office. So you can go to him and you can be like, hey, dude, let's talk about the sidewalks. Let's get them fixed. So like you get a say in your community, you get a say in what happens. And if you don't like something, you get a like say in making a difference and changing it. So I just say go out and vote. It doesn't really cost you anything, and you get a sticker at the end of it.
Thank you. Ajay, maybe this is a technical question you may not be able to answer, but I'm going to ask. If not, then I can help you. So do you know like how to find the school levy things and the ballot things? Have you gone through those things or not yet?
How to find like the issues, like the exact
Uh-huh,
issues on the
uh-huh.
ballot?
On the ballot.
I personally found it on the Reynoldsburg City Schools website. If you look up Reynoldsburg City Schools levy, you'll see school emergency school levy. It should be the first link. There are also several news articles that highlight the information, but I would definitely go to the Reynoldsburg City Schools website, official website, and it will answer all your questions there. There's a video of our superintendent, Tracy Reed, of her Dr. Tracy Reed, answering questions about the levy. So please be sure to listen to that. And if you have any questions, I know the board of the school board is willing to take emails and answer any questions you have before this election.
Thank you. On the ballot, when you go out and vote, because there's first one comes president, vice president, and following down there, the school levy comes really at the bottom, right in the ballot paper, actually, when you go and vote.
Yes.
So our audience, those who are watching this video, if you have a question, you can ask me that question. You can, right now, you can go and see a sample ballot in your website, or whenever you're going and voting, actually on election day now, you have to go down all the way and you can find school levy. I mean, I'm not telling you to vote either or on the presidential race. I have my different opinion. I can definitely share those things in different platforms. But on a school levy, I'm definitely encouraging, asking you to vote in favor of it. And do you guys have to like to add anything else? We are almost end of our program right now.
No, I don't have anything to say that I haven't said already, but I will reaffirm my message. Please, not only get out and vote. I'm not only talking to people my age and between 18 and 24, but also everyone that is watching this, everyone in the city of Reynoldsburg. I love this city. I love Reynoldsburg. I love my school district, that where I came from, and it has grown me not only as a person, but as my mind academically, both academically and socially. I've been able to do so much because of this city, and it would hurt to see some of the things I know I love and my friends love taken away.
Thank you. Aditi, do you want to add anything else?
Just going off of what Isaiah said, I love Reynoldsburg. I genuinely cannot imagine myself at like any other school. Like basically right now my whole life is at Reynoldsburg High School, like all the extracurriculars I do, all my friends, the classes that I take. And really what's going to happen in this election with the levy is going to change. Like if the levy doesn't pass, it's going to change the future of so many students because we don't have access to those extracurriculars, to those resources like other districts around us have. So I think it's like really important for you guys to go out and vote, like vote for the kids, even if you don't vote for anything else on the ballot, like go and vote yes on the levy. Even if you don't have kids in the district, or your like kids are aged out, or if they're too young for the district, like the stuff that happens with the schools really affects everybody in our community. If the schools are doing good, the community kind of like it reflects back on the community. So like go out and vote even if you don't necessarily have a personal stake in it. Like go out and vote, you know.
All right. Thank you both for coming out and sharing your views with our audience. So my audience, please do stay here. I'll be talking a few more things. So thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Aditi.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to share. र जो हेर्नु हुँदैछ तपाईँ सबैलाई म धन्यवाद भन्न म चाहन्छु। अहिले हामीले स्कुल लेभीको बारेमा कुराकानी गरेका थियौँ। हामीले अङ्ग्रेजी भाषामा बोल्यौँ किनभने नानीहरूले अङ्ग्रेजी बोल्छन्, दुईजनाले अङ्ग्रेजी बोल्न रुचाउँछन्। र तपाईँलाई म फेरि भन्छु, लाइक कृपया यो भिडियोलाई सेयर गर्नु होला, तपाईँको कमेन्ट्स पनि लेख्नु होला। र म भन्छु हाम्रो यो आउने दिन बाङ्लाबाट हाम्रो चुनाव हुँदैछ रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा अथवा अमेरिकाभरि सबैतिर हुँदैछ। तर मैले प्राइमेरी फोकस गरेको चाहिँ रेनल्ड्सबर्गको चुनावको लागि हो। र तपाईँले चुनावमा भाग लिने निधो गर्नु भएको छैन भने बनाउनु होला र बनाएर अरूको कुरा हामी अहिले फेरि 8:30 बजे पनि फेरि यस बारेमा छलफल गर्नेछौँ 1 घण्टाको लागि। त्यसको लागि तयार हुनु होला। तर कृपया यो चुनावमा भाग लिनु होला र स्कुल लेभीको बारेमा भोट लगाउनु होला। केही क्वेसन छन् भने क्वेसन सेयर गर्नु होला। कृपया यो भिडियोलाई सेयर गरिदिनु होला। तपाईँ कमेन्ट्स लेख्नु होला। आज तपाईँ कसैले कमेन्ट लेख्नु भएन, सायद अङ्ग्रेजीमा भएको कारणले होला। र कृपया यो आउने चुनावमा भाग लिएर भोट लगाउनु होला।